So this is why I agreed to do this video with you. So I'm gonna just tell you from how my perspective of the whole thing is, right? So you saw Cat Williams do his whole thing.
Yes.
He's like, you know, there's the secret society and all this, and you get inducted into it, etc. I'm gonna tell you, I don't even know if Puff went that way, right? But that's what it seems like, right? You become a billionaire. I don't think you can become a billionaire without being part of the upper echelon of society that's pretty much hidden. You know what I'm saying? To our eyes. However, I know when he started out where his heart was. It was definitely like, I'm bringing on my peoples. We're going to make this music. We're going to make this money. And I also saw his disappointment from bringing people in, and you go to the office and cats got their feet up on tables smoking weed in the office. This is, you know, weed wasn't legal back then. So you literally walk in bad boy offices and it smells like weed. The dudes that's supposed to be working is just chilling and doing all this. He'll walk in, and these are two specific instances. He got the brand new Benz. Dudes is like, oh, what's up? Like, yo, what kind of car am I gonna get? Like, all that. He came in with a fur. Yo, where's my fur? You know what I mean?
Employees of Bad Boy?
These are, yeah, they're employees, but also people that came up with him. So they all like, oh, you got all this money, you making it, like, where's mine? But it's like,
but he is feeding them.
He is. He's giving you the opportunity to work these jobs and make that money.
Yeah.
But dudes is just like, yo, like, hand that over. You know what I'm saying? And I think that really disappointed him, and that causes a separation. Now, there's people that held it down for him and earned their keep. You know, a D-Dot is definitely one of those people. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, when you go there, you know how it is. You got your best friend, and if your best friend disappoints you, it's like, yo, if I bring you into the office of my boss and like, I'm trying to help you elevate, and then you do all a bunch of dumb shit and then fuck my image up in front of other people, I'm gonna be pissed off about it. And I don't know if I can fuck with you. And I think that's what happened with a lot of the people that he brought up. So once that happens, now all these other people will be getting up in your ear. Oh, this is what you did. It's usually Caucasian people. And now they talking about, you need to do this with your money. You need to not invest in that, invest in this. And then they taking control of your money, but they making you money. You know what I mean? Every move they telling you to make is actually making you richer. So if you're geared towards that life and that money, you're gonna listen to these Caucasian dudes, and you're not gonna fuck with the people that you was trying to hook up, and the people that'll snap you back into reality. Like, yo, you might not want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, in all business, unfortunately, like, the heart is not really involved in businesses. They always tell you that. So there's things that happen where it's like, yo, like, you have no conscience or something, you know what I mean? And you do fucked up shit. But this is also the way most people benefit and become rich to billionaires, or wealthy, I should say. Because rich, you know, it's just...
And is it like, you think it's a situation where if you don't go along with their plan, they'll stop your money?
Well, that's the other part. So now we get into the secret society shit. So if they induct you into it, they're expecting you to follow a protocol. Now, I always say this about hip-hop music, right? And I'll explain kind of in detail, right? We get to 2000, right? This is the last year I'm working at Bad Boy. Once we got to 2000, 99 was the first time that hip-hop music had knocked out rock and roll. Rock and roll was the #1 selling music for the past 25 years. So from 75 to 99, really 74, nothing was making more money than rock. And then now hip hop knocked that shit out. So now we get to 2000, every label you know of, and I got mad offers from people too. Yo, come over here. We got the urban department. There's always an urban department now at every record label. But the thing is, these people don't know about hip hop, the culture of the music. What they do know though is I could use this music to mold these minds. So that's when everything became one track. They were like, I need a track that sounds like Mobb Deep. I need a track that sounds like this. You know what I mean? They're not even thinking about your creativity and what you could add to it. They're like, I need you to do this type of music. And I'll tell you, met with Leo Cohen one time, and he literally said, like, Def Jam, makes party music for college kids. And we were in there because of my group, Solid Ground. We had music. He saw my partner, Zoo, on there, and was like, yo, brought us in the office.
MC.
Yeah, Big Zoo.
Man,
shout out to him.
I'm talking about you too, fool.
Yeah, thank you. But, you know, he brought us in the office and literally was like listening to the music. And he's like, oh, I could tell you're like a teacher and you're trying to teach in the music, etc. But he was like, straight up, this is Def Jam. We make party music for college kids. So he gave us the opportunity. Yo, if you could freak it and make it so that college kids would listen to it while they in the party and drinking and all this, like, I'll fuck with you.
Yeah.
But it goes to show you, like, just the dynamic. They're not looking for the content. They're just looking for
the vibe.
Exactly. The vibe, and they're aiming towards a certain demographic. And his was college kids. Drinkers in college. And honestly, most kids in college shouldn't be drinking.
Right.
Because they're underage. So that was always ironic to me. So my thing is, if you follow their protocols, you good. Everything is good. But do something that they feel is out of context or is not within their plan. And that's when all of this shit hits the fan. Then all of these things are going to pop up, all of the stuff. Because to get in, I'm sure you got to do some crazy stuff. It's just like with anything. Even the police do this. You know what I'm saying? It's like all that hazing that they talk about happening in college. Like the police force does that to the new recruits and all that. So this is in every aspect you could think of. This does happen, especially in our government. So that's what I think is where you get that content. You know what I'm saying? To be like, if you ever step out of line, I'm going to just bring this up. And we got this footage of you doing this. It's like a setup. So it's like, with him, if he, you know, they talking about sex parties and all of this stuff. But now it's like, if you got all these people in those sex parties, the real reason to raid your house. So you got shit now on all those people on the sex tapes. You know what I mean? Because he never got arrested out. I was like, okay, they raided his house. Like, oh, he's in trouble then. You know what I mean? They talking sex trafficking, and that's like some serious offense. But like, he still hasn't been charged with nothing. So like,
I'm with you on that, but also like, you can't be like they haven't charged him with nothing, so there is nothing. You know? What I mean?
I know, because you know they try to build their case.
Exactly.
I know how they do. I know how they do.
We was upset about them not going to Mar-a-Lago, taking so long to go to Mar-a-Lago. But if you run up and you ain't ready and your ducks ain't in the road, you're gonna drop the ball. You know, so that's probably the type of time. But that's if.
That's it.
That's it. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to.
Well, I'm just saying and I keep calling him Puff because that's how I know him.
Yeah.
Before all this Diddy shit, even though I was around when they started calling him that, P. Diddy and the Family album, when they did that. But yo, Puff is definitely a black dude who is like, hey, you can't tell me what the fuck to do. You know what I'm saying? So once you become a billionaire, once he gets to his goal, I could see him saying some shit to these higher ups that would make him be like, you gotta go. Like, fuck you, I'm not doing it. I'm a billionaire. Like, you can't do shit.